Hi guys, welcome to Heuristique. My name's Nico, and I'm one of the readers on the channel. So today we have a little bit of a different setup. I just thought it would be a nice little change, and I really want to just wear a hoodie and chill today. So we're doing the reading like this today. Hope you guys vibe it, and let's get started. These are general, they may or may not resonate, and I'm putting this back. I'm putting this back because this was in the last reading and I'm just not feeling this again. Like, universe, please, can I get a message for someone who really needs that? That's better. Hummingbird. So yes, this is way better. Whoever I'm connecting with, super high vibe. You know, I always say about this card, it's just so high vibrational because hummingbirds fly so fast, right? And the way they like suck nectar, and if you see, I don't know if you've ever seen this, if you hold a hummingbird when they're like getting nectar and you just put your hand underneath, they'll actually stand still while they're like drinking nectar. It's so cool to see. So I wonder why that's coming up. I wonder if, you're getting a place to rest your legs for a second, you know? If you've been in this dragonfly, whoa, hummingbird and dragonfly, okay. So if you've been in this high vibe, sort of like really fast flying state, all of a sudden, it's almost, ooh, this is so cool. So, you know when, I don't know if you've ever seen this, when you're moving at very, I don't know how to describe this. When you're moving at very high speeds, sometimes you can't see things that are moving at slower speeds, right? Or things that are moving at slower speeds are like in slow motion. So I almost want to say you've been seeing the whole world in slow motion. You've been, you know, flying at this really high rate. You've been vibrating really high, doing your thing, like, great stuff. But the thing is, it's been a little lonely is what I'm hearing, because it's almost like you can't see anyone else, you know? You're the one who's vibrating so high, you're the one who's flying at this level, and there's no one else really around who can like give you back what you're giving out. And then it's like all of a sudden you see something flying by that's moving at the same pace as you, a dragonfly, because dragonflies fly really fast too. And it's interesting because they normally stay around water, right? And I'm being drawn to the blue in the back, the blue triangle covering the dragonfly. So I do think, you know, there's something about seeing each other, right? Air, they're both air cards, the air element, seeing, hearing, understanding each other. There's this unspoken, you get me and I get you, you know? There really is this just beautiful mutual understanding. I don't even know how else to describe it. Just the loyalty, the unspoken loyalty, and you might have only met once, you know, or it could be a long-standing thing. I don't know. It just seems like time doesn't exist between you two, which is so sexy. It's like, you know, I don't know. It's just, I'm just hearing you guys, dragon, of course, the self behind the self, you know, you two are so similar. Like, if you will, this is totally like twin flames and like stuff like that. But like, there's this unspoken loyalty. There's this unspoken, like, I got your back no matter what. Time doesn't exist to us. Like, I will always be there for you. You will always be there for me. Like, that's what I'm hearing. It's this deep-rooted loyalty and similarity that just can't be broken, you know? With the dragon card, this is regal. You got two kind of dragon imageries, right? Like dragonfly, dragon. It's just very past lifey, you know? It feels like, is this past wifey from a past lifey? Like, it's very funny to me. And you're both in the air, you know? All these creatures are in the air realm. So I almost wonder if your minds are just, I'm hearing it now, your minds just like massage each other. That's so weird. Your minds massage each other's minds, if that makes sense. Like, I feel intellectual stimulation is so important for the both of you. You could both have heavy air placements in your chart, and it seems like you guys just tick each other's boxes in the cerebral sense, you know, and in that mind way. You just get each other. You just fire ping pong, right? Back and forth, back and forth. Like, you guys can totally just do that with each other. And with dragon, there's this knowing. I don't know if you've ever done this. Whenever I get this card, it's my favorite thing to do. Look in the mirror. And when you look in the mirror, look into your eyes and try to see the self behind the self. It's the coolest thing ever. And it always sort of brings me back to my center, if you will. So it does feel like that. Like, you've known them in another life. You just feel so connected to them. You both understand each other. There's this unspoken loyalty. I can't even begin to describe how just delicious this card is, and just so nurturing and homey and safe. This is safe. Which is something I hear both of you have had trouble with, finding a safe place to rest. No wonder why. What is this? Panther. I think this is an external energy that's trying to come in. As I said, you guys have had trouble with that. You both have. Having a safe place to rest. And just, the Panther card talks about the annihilation of anything that isn't good for us, you know, purging. We have to get rid of things that are bad for us. So I think that this person and you've both just had Panther people around you, you know, taking energy, like nasty, hissing, green-eyed monster, jealousy. A lot of people probably don't want this relationship to come to be, you know. There's a lot of people I'm hearing now who have like stakes, have like claimed both of you in a way, you know. They're like, I have stakes in this, and it's like, you don't though, is what I'm hearing. Anyone who's sort of like in the Panther group, you're just like, no, like, keep away, like 5 feet away, please. Lion. Interesting, that came out with dragons. So so interesting. You've been so patient. You've been very patient for this situation to unfold, is what I'm hearing, you know. You've very much so been keeping one eye, literally I'm hearing one eye. You've been keeping one eye on both situations almost, you know, the external Panther-y situation, and then your dragonfly situation, and then your own situation. You've just been very like, you've had to sort of be this high vibe thing, you know. You've had to move at this speed. You've had to sort of up your speed, if you will. You know, you've had to up your speed so that this kind of thing couldn't even come into your, you know, your field, your energy field. You've really, really been working, is what I'm hearing, you know. Maybe not like, if it hasn't been physical working, then it's definitely been, you know, on yourself. It's just, you've made changes, you've adapted, you've adjusted, you know. And I want to say you've adjusted very quickly. Hummingbird, the amount of speed you've been moving with, the agility, and knowing where to get your nectar from, you know. This card knows where its joy comes from. You know what makes you happy. You know what you want, which is very rare. Most people don't know what they want, and you do. And your person, Dragonfly, I feel like I haven't been talking about them enough. They're kind of like, hey, they're almost saying, I'll meet you where you choose, which is weird. I don't know what this is. It's like, you know, as I said, the imagery is very like evident here. This light has been shining from inside out, and it's been repelling the Panthers, you know. You've really, really been working to get this energy out of your psyche and out of your energy field. And I'm hearing it's like almost out, you know. You're almost there. You can literally see it in the imagery. You've almost completely burst out of the dark. There's just a little bit more. I'm hearing time. You're like, can I just get a little bit more time? Just a little bit more time. And the universe is pretty much like, yeah. But this thing, you know, you can't prolong it forever, because that Panther energy, you're always going to encounter new energy, you know? Like, it's one of those things where life isn't A to B. That's not how life works. Like, life is a continuous journey. It's always changing. Even the card, it's so weird. I have cards on my work board, and the one in front of me, it literally says, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow and you will be surprised where it leads you. That's almost what the universe is asking you to do, you know? Like, find yourself behind the self, you know? Maybe go look in the mirror. Try to see the self behind your own eye. It's so cool. And, you know, you've been patient with it. You really have. And with Dragonfly, it does feel like something new is coming, you know? This is the annihilation of anything not healthy, right? You've done the purging. The purging is almost over. Now it's almost like you have to welcome this new experience into your life, because the old one is almost gone, which can be very difficult. It's hard to let go of the past. It's hard to let go of old cycles, but I'm hearing that you're doing it regardless, you know? It's almost, what I'm hearing is like, you've come too far to only get this far, right? Like, you haven't done all this work. You haven't put all this work into yourself. You haven't, like, purged all this negativity just to stop where you are, right? No. You know, and I was saying you need a place to rest for a bit, right? You need a real home is what I'm hearing. A home that's safe, a home that you trust, you know? And home can be a person, place, or thing. A home can just be what we feel when we're with ourselves. It's so subjective to everyone. And Dragonfly is the same. You guys are both in the same boat. You're just wanting a safe haven is what I'm hearing. A place to rest your head that, like, you were not going to be worried about this coming up. You both just want, like, a safe place is what I'm hearing. So I think I'm going to end the reading there. Safe haven. I think that's what I might call this reading, because you and this person are just so, you make each other feel understood. You make each other feel seen. You make each other feel proud to be yourself and happy to be yourself. I'm just getting so many happy thoughts and memories and sentiments and just feelings for this person. And it's vice versa. It's not just one-sided. Like, they feel the same way about you. You just light up each other's night sky, if you will. You know, you're the stars in each other's eyes. It's so beautiful. So without further ado, I think I'm just gonna end it there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a phenomenal day, week, whatever. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.